pouting to the refs or none of that. So, everybody know the famous no handshake with about 7 seconds left. Isaiah Thomas and the Detroit Pistons walks off the court without shaking Jordan's hand. Jordan is pissed about that, and to this day, that's why him and Isaiah Thomas do not get along. Because he felt like, if you look back in the 88, if you look back in the 89-90 series, when Jordan lost, he shook their hand. So that was poor sportsmanship. And that's what had Jordan pissed. So, fast forward to the 91 NBA Finals. The only thing I didn't like is that, it was a Magic Jordan thing, but Magic was on his last leg. And that's when Jordan won his first NBA championship. And it was against the Los Angeles Lakers. And here's the card. And this one, Jordan won his first NBA championship.
NBA championship. Portion of this
Fast forward to that, after 91, that was a great series. I just think, like I said, Magic was on his last leg. Magic was just on his last leg, and it was the part in the Lakers team, and it just. But Jordan did what he had to do when he averaged 30 points in that series. Second year, he goes on. And this, to me, was the greatest, one of the best teams they had was that 92 Bulls team. Because after they won that championship, it was just fly high. Fly like an eagle. After that, they goes on, face Clyde Drexler and the Portland Trailblazers. They win their second NBA championship. And here's what happened. Now, going into 93, this team is on all cylinders. But what's happening, Jordan is dealing with a lot. He's having gambling issues. And, the weight of his shoulder. You know what I'm saying? He's going through a lot. And then they comes in for the Dream Team. That's when the Dream Team, the reason why Isaiah Thomas wasn't on there, because they felt like it didn't fit the team's character. But that 92 Dream Team was just special. John Stockton, Karl Malone, Charles Barkley, Micheal Jordan, Magic Johnson. I can go on and on, but they was very competitive in practice. As you can see, Chuck Daly had them competing, and they went on ahead and won the gold medal. So following that, Jordan that's when he accused of having gambling issues and all this and that. And 93, coming in, he's just a weight of his shoulder, a lot going on. Now 93, they go on and they face Charles Barkley and the Phoenix Suns. And that was a tough series to me. I mean, even though the Bulls took the first two in Phoenix, and then Phoenix ended up winning one, and then the Bulls won one in Chicago, and they went back to Phoenix. And here's what happened on the third three-peat. Everybody know the name, John Paxson.
Try to keep him in the middle of the floor. Well, Pippen got the shot. Here's Paxson to three. Yes, the Bulls take a 1-point lead, and Phoenix calls for time with 3 inside 10 seconds. Oliver Miller plays it. Here's Johnson. Johnson gets no, he could not get it off. Knocked away by Grant. It's all over. The Chicago Bulls have 3 straight NBA championships. A 3-point.
And that was the three-peat.
My decision.
That was the three-peat. That was the three-peat. That was the second team to ever three-peat. Remember what the Lakers did it. and then with the Bulls. So coming out that 93 3P, Jordan on top of the world, he's in his prime, and then something shocking happened. Like I said, allegedly he got accused with gambling, and the reporters kept asking him questions he didn't want to answer it, and his dad answered it for him. But then one time his dad was supposed to come back and see a game, and they found his dad end up dead in a car. He got shot. He was pulling over, took a nap, he got shot. My theory is, I think, there was more to that, but, that's what they say to this day. So I think, that's what it is. But, like I said, I think it was more into that. I'm going to get more into that later. I'm going to get into the depth of that tomorrow when I talk about Jordan and LeBron. But then after that, Jordan just sad because, people accusing him of gambling and his dad and all this and that. So this is what Jordan had to do, and this is what he did, and he had to step away from the game, and this is what he said.
To play a game of basketball in the NBA doesn't mean I'm not going to play basketball somewhere else. But I've talked to all my confidants, my family, my friends. As Jerry has just informed you, to the organization. I even talked to David Stern as of yesterday and even today. And I'm very solid with my decision of not to play the game of basketball in the NBA. Reason being, I've heard a lot of different speculations about my reasons for not playing. But I've always stressed to people that have known me and the media that has followed me that when I lose the sense of motivation and the sense of to prove something as a basketball player, it's time for me to move away from the game of basketball. It's not because...
And that's what happened. It was time he shocked the world with the retirement, and he had to step away from the game of basketball. I think it was more to that. I think that, the NBA didn't want to get this image of the best player having this gambling issue, and I think that David Stern actually let him take a break. I don't think it was a retirement. I just think he told him to take a break and make it be a retirement. All this time, Jordan knew that he was going to come back, but at the same time, I just think Jordan driving his wheel, he wanted to play again, but he just couldn't because of the death of his father, because his father was there every time Jordan had a game. His father was right there. Fast forward to the 95 season, he come back. He make an announcement. He just say, I'm back. And they end up losing to the Magics. And this was a motivation. And here's the call when Jordan comes back in 95 and loses to the Orlando Magic. Here's the call.
Gets the victory with 14 straight points to win 108 to 102. The Bulls had led 102 to 94. Look at Horace. They're booing him up on the shoulders, Bob. Horace Grant being carried off on the shoulders of his teammates. He played injured tonight with the dislocated finger, was not in for that.
That 95 year was tough because Jordan couldn't get back in shape in time, and coming off that baseball, he couldn't get back in shape. I believe if he would have played the whole year, they would have beat the Orlando Magic easily, and they was just tired out. And that was when Horace Grant. Remember that 94 season after he retired, Horace Grant was a big part of that team. That's when Pippen took them to the Eastern Conference Finals, and they lost to the New York Knicks. But Horace Grant was a great contribute to that team. So that was tough. Losing them. And y'all can see after that 95 season, Jordan was mad. That team got amazing. That team got dedicated. The next day, they was in the weight room, and they required Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman was one of the best defenders it is. He studied the trajectory of the ball and the angles and the way it go, and shooters. Nobody was better than Dennis Rodman when it comes to rebounding. He was a genius. From 91 to 98, he led the league in rebounding. 16.7 rebounds per game. So 96, they mad. Eastern Conference Finals. Remember, Orlando beat them the last year. Jordan comes back, sweep them 4-0. Goes on to face Sean Kemp, Dallas Shrimp, Van Baker, Gary Payton, the Glove. And they end up winning their 4th NBA championship. And here's what happened.
In the final second, the Chicago Bulls have won the 95-96 NBA championship. Have the presentation of the championship trophy.
So that was in 96. And that's when he fell on the ground and just started crying because that was the first time he won a championship without his dad. So that was an emotional day. It was Father's Day. And it was really emotional for him. 97, that goes back to Utah Jazz. Tough Utah Jazz team. John Stockton and Karl Malone. Y'all do not know how tough these two cats was. They was some tough cats. Brian Russell. They had a tough team. Greg Ostertag. Jeff Hornacek. That was a tough team. Remember, that was we all thought it was a flu game. We found out it was food poisoning. Jordan overcame that, and here's the call on his 5th NBA championship.
Looking for Micheal Jordan. Checks the clock. 5 on the 24. Here's Jordan. Did not have the shot. 5 seconds remaining. In the 4th quarter, the Jazz take a timeout.
Well, the question was, would they come double Michael Jordan? Stockton game. Steve Kerr, reminiscent of John Paxson in '93.
5 seconds remaining in regulation. The inbound. Give him the listen to Pete Coach. Have won their 5th championship in the last 7 years. Just 0.6 of a second.
So that was the 5th championship in the last 7 years. Remember, they was in a timeout. Jordan said if they double Curry be ready, Curry ready. He hit that shot. That was their 5th NBA championship. Now, 1998, going into that season, Jerry Krause told Phil Jackson, no matter what happened, you will not be the coach of the Chicago Bulls. They had a lot of downfall that year. But here's the call on the second three-peat of Jordan's career.
Harper's on him. Behind the screen. Harper got a piece of it. It comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship, and it's their 2nd three-peat.
The 2nd three-peat in 7 years. That's amazing. That's why Jordan is the greatest to ever play the game of basketball. You cannot take that away. I don't care how many stats, how many records LeBron break. It all matter. Rings matter. The drive and the will and the it factor he had to winning was just unbelievable. That's going to wrap up this show. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Hope everybody learned something about Mike. I really wished I could have gotten some more about it, but you know, it's a time thing and my time is running, so everybody stay safe during this tough time and know that God is in control and we all in this together. Let's pray together and everybody be safe. God bless and have a blessed day.
Malone is doubled. They swat at it and steal it. Here comes Chicago. 17 seconds. 17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan. Open. Chicago with the lead. Timeout, Utah. 5 points.
I dream I dream like Mike. If I could be like Mike, I wanna be like Mike. Like Mike. If I could be like Mike, be like Mike. Oh, be like Mike. Yeah.
But tonight we saw the last of the Chicago Bulls as we have known them. And whether it ends here or sometime in the near future, it'll be noteworthy not just for the breakup of one of the great teams in sports history, but because given the present structure of pro sports, it may be quite a while before we see anything like this again. Oh, the organizations that have the